What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 16 of Goggins Force Training. As you can see here, I've got the heavy squat workout on the books for today. Turns out, as I had expected, I was desperately in need of some chiropractic work. I felt pretty okay on these sets here. They moved much better than the last time I tried to squat heavier, but was only able to get singles at my top weight of 530, so I got 2 singles there. The second one was a bit of a grinder, and then was scheduled for a back down set of 8 at 405, which weight wise would have moved just fine, but the hip and the hamstring started to flare up again, so I think I got something like a double there. Tried to re-rack it and kind of regather myself and take it again. Didn't happen. We dropped it down to 3 wheels and it didn't happen there either, so decided to call it a day. And I booked an appointment with my chiropractor. They're pretty much right on the spot there, and gotten to see him on Wednesday. So as I had suspected, everything was completely out of alignment. Hips were locked up, not just tight, but locked up. Back was tight. Hips were out of alignment, and we got everything put back together in time to deadlift the next day. So still a little bit frustrating, but I think what I'm going to do is start to double down on my chiropractic. I've been going once every 4 weeks or so, sometimes a little longer, but I think until I can kind of get this under control, I need to be going at least every other week. Just so that way I'm not letting my hips get out of alignment, which is going to continue to flare up the hamstring. So I'll be doing that every week, and then a couple of hip reset drills that I've got from the video series by Danny Overcash on Elite FTS, as well as on the resetting tool from Kelly Starrett. So hopefully I can use those throughout the week to keep everything lined up and from going out of position. And then just getting adjusted more regularly should also help as well. I'm hoping it doesn't get to the point where I need to just take some time off again. But if it continues to get worse, that may be just kind of the route that I need to look at. Because I don't have insurance, otherwise I would go to the doctor and have it checked out, which is what I formally recommend. But we will see here. Hopefully I can keep things at bay and have them start to progress again. By just getting to chiropractic work more often. So after the squat session, hit the lighter bench day, which again was nothing too out of the ordinary. Was the sets with the Duffalo bar. Worked up to 3 sets of 5 pause with 245. One of the things that I've been adding in for the last 2 weeks to help keep the tendonitis at bay, and it's actually been working quite a bit, is doing some lighter arm work on that light bench day as well. Nothing crazy, just sets of 15 to 20. I used a seated incline curl just because that tends to put a nice stretch on the bicep and even the front delt, which tend to get tacked down just from all the regular training. And then just kind of get a pump on a preacher curl machine and do some press downs and base pulls and pull aparts and all that. So just get a nice little upper body pumping through the shoulders and arms, and that's been leaving me actually feeling a lot fresher going into my heavier bench workout on Saturday. So I'm going to keep that up. It was something that I had noticed was working well for me over the summer last year as I was doing an accessory day. Granted, my accessory day was too big, but just getting in that extra volume in for those body parts, even if it is just isolation stuff, just helps to get some blood flowing and keep everything feeling nice and less shitty. So that was going well. Pulls here, this is the day after getting adjusted, and you can see I actually have a little bit of my speed back. Didn't do anything crazy here, worked up just to the 455 that I missed last week, and then dropped it back down to do these speed pulls that I was scheduled for. Since I have my new platform here, I was actually able to rig up bands correctly this time instead of just standing on the mini bands. So as you can see, I'm pulling against the Elite FTS light bands. I'm not really sure how much tension they actually add. I think it feels like a little bit more than what I was getting out of the doubled over micro bands, and I don't have to sit and worry about feeling the bands moving up underneath my feet, because that was a little distracting for me since I'm OCD. So these felt okay. Didn't have any hamstring issues at all on these. which means my hips were staying in a good position, and just finish this off with some accessory work just at the other gym again. Did some T-bar rows for the first time in a million years and some chin-ups and things like that. So this brings us to the main bench day of the week, which thankfully is the one day that's going very well all the way across the board. Weights were flying today. Everything felt really light. I was scheduled for a 3x3 at 365, which I hit pretty easily. My shoulders felt like they were able to get seated into the bench better than they have in recent times, probably from not really doing a whole lot of effective squatting, but whatever. But took 315 for a double, 340 for a single, and then a 3x3 at 365. And then we cycled back in the floor presses, paused with the closer grip, worked up to I think a triple at 275, triple at 295, and then 4 triples at 315, all of which moved really well, had good speed, and felt pretty strong. So was thankful for this day to round out an otherwise kind of frustrating week of training. And it's just a good reminder to allocate my efforts in the places where I can while I'm still figuring out the other things. So trying to still stay positive, glad for this day here. That's pretty much it. I'm not quite sure what we're ramping the bench up to next week. My guess is something around 375 to 380, but I'll be hitting that workout next week. So that's about it. If you have any questions or you're interested in any of the programs we offer here at the gym, check out our website at www.savagegym.com, and be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Snapchat at Jeron Kerridge. All right, take care.